The Chief Justice respects all religions, but mocks only one of them. Because even he knows, had he taunted an aggrieved Muslim pleading for a damaged mosque to be restored, go ask your Allah to do something, chances are he'd have met the same fate as that of the Vishnu idol. It is easy to abuse and mock Hindus. They don't behead transgressors. But let this episode not make you believe that the Supreme Court is acting against the Hindus for the first time. Let me give you clear-cut instances, Rahul, where the Supreme Court, in overlooking as well as overseeing blatant discrimination against the Hindus, not only seeded resentment, it stoked the possibility of religious wars in this country. Kashmiri Hindus. Supreme Court refused to reopen the cases of criminality in 1990 against the Kashmiri Hindus, saying, quote, that too much time had elapsed. This after the same Supreme Court constituted an SIT to look into the cases of criminality in 1984 against the Sikhs. That happened 6 years before the Kashmiri Hindu genocide. If this is not seeding resentment among Hindus and stoking religious wars, what is? 2. Waqf Act. For 30 years, the Supreme Court never found illegal an act that gave Muslims the power to claim any property as their own, that allowed them to annex any land housing a functional mosque, allowing Muslims to usurp 20 lakh acres in the last 10 years. If this is not seeding resentment among Hindus and stoking religious wars, what is? 3. State control of temples. How can the state be secular and at the same time control only Hindu places of worship? Why doesn't the Supreme Court, in the interest of equality it so cherishes, ask the state to control mosques as it does temples? If this is not seeding resentment among the Hindus and stoking religious wars, what is? 4. RTE. The Supreme Court that ratified the conjunction of the Right to Education Act with the 93rd Amendment, forcing only Hindu-run schools to give 25% reservation to the EWS children. Muslim-run or Christian-run schools are not under such obligations. This has forced thousands of Hindu-run schools to shut down. If this is not seeding resentment amongst Hindus and stoking religious wars, what is? 5. Free speech. Why did the Supreme Court so ruthlessly come down on Nupur Sharma for merely quoting Islamic scriptures while Udaynidhi Stalin roams free? You rush in to call any speech against Islam as hate speech, but call hate speech against Hinduism as any speech. If this is not seeding resentment among Hindus and stoking religious wars, what is? 6. Hindu ritualistic practices. Animal sacrifice is banned for Hindus, but halal is allowed for Muslims, even though both are religious rituals. If this is not seeding resentment among Hindus and stoking religious wars, what is, Rahul? 7. Places of Worship Act. The Supreme Court has willfully ratified the Places of Worship Act